Hello, dear students of class 6. Today we are going to study part 6 of chapter 6 Scratch Programming Introduction to Game Creation. Students, in this part we will be studying about the looks block. So let us quickly begin with it. Now, students, the looks block are color coded purple. Okay, so the blocks in the looks category are purple in color. Okay, these blocks control the appearance of the sprite. Okay, so how your sprite is going to look, that is going to be controlled by the different blocks that are present in the looks block. Okay, the clothes of a sprite remain unchanged. That means the color of the clothes will not change, but what will change? Looks block changes the appearance by changing the posture. That means the position of the body. Okay, different parts of the body, their position is going to change, but the color of the cloth is not going to change. And color of the sprite can also change. Okay, color of the sprite will change. Okay, now switch the different blocks in your uh, looks block are shown in this particular table. Let us begin with the first one. The first block is the switch costume to block. Okay, switch costume to block. Okay, what does this block do? This block changes the sprite's costume to the specified one. So whichever costume we select over here, that costume will be the sprite's current costume will change to that costume. So let's see how it actually happens in Scratch. So I'm opening the Scratch window. Okay. Now see, this is my default sprite, the cat sprite. Okay. So I'll go over here in the looks block. Okay. In the looks block, and as you can see, all these are purple color. And we were talking about switch costume too. Okay, so right now there are two options for this particular sprite. This particular sprite has two costumes. If you go to the costumes tab, you can see this is the first costume and this is the second costume. As you can see, the difference between this costume and this costume is that over here the sprite is walking. Okay, both the legs are on the floor, but over here it seems to be that it's some sort of running movement. Yes, so it's in a running posture. So this is costume number one and this is costume number two. Okay, for this particular sprite. Okay, so if I choose this, this is the default costume for this sprite. Okay, so if I come over here, if I bring switch costume to costume 2, and if I click on this, you see the costume of the sprite has changed. In the same manner, if you add another sprite, for example, if I add this Abby sprite, now this Abby sprite has how many costumes? It has four costumes: Abby A, Abby B, Abby C, and Abby D. Okay, now this is the default costume of this Abby sprite. So if I, you know, bring this switch costume to suppose Abby D, if I click on this, you see that this is the D costume of Abby. See, the D costume has been selected. Okay, you can change this if you want to switch to B costume, then you need to just click. So see, the posture is changing, but the clothes are not changing. So this is the first block, that is switch costume to costume 2. Okay, this block. Now let us see the another block in looks block. The another block is switch backdrop to backdrop. Okay, so switch backdrop to. So this changes the stage backdrop to a specified one. Okay, so this block will change the backdrop of the stage. Okay, right now this stage has a white backdrop or white background. Okay, so if I select this, okay, if I select this, okay, I need to tell it which backdrop. Okay, I need to tell it which backdrop to change to. Okay, which backdrop to change to. So I need to select a particular backdrop. Suppose I'm selecting this backdrop. Okay, now I have two backdrops. This is backdrop 1 and this is the another backdrop. Okay, I have two backdrops. Now that I have two backdrops, and if I bring this switch backdrop to, and I select, okay, atom playground. Okay, so now if I click on this, see the backdrop of this has changed. Okay, so this, with the help of this particular uh, block, you can change the backdrop of the stage. Moving on to the next one. The next the next this is, block is the next costume block. This block changes the sprite's costume from its current costume to the next one in the sprite list. Okay, so you had seen that in the sprite list, the sprites were having multiple costumes. This block does what? It just changes the sprite's costume to the next one. Now, very important point, if the current costume is the last costume in the list, the sprite will take the first one. Okay, so it is a very easy one. Okay, let me choose the sprite. Okay, uh, let me change the backdrop. Okay, and let me delete this. Now see, students, this is my sprite and this is the next costume. Let me search for the next costume. This one is the next costume block. Now see, students, as you can see, there are, this is the costume list. This is the costume list, sprite costume list. This costume sprite has two costumes, costume 1 and costume 2. This is the first costume in the list. This is the second costume. If my selected costume is first costume, and if I click on the next costume block, see, it has changed to the costume number 2. Okay, now as you can see that this costume 2 is the last costume on this list. So if I again click on next costume, okay, when already I have selected the last costume, so it will go back to the first costume. Okay, so this is what they are trying to say. Moving on to the next block. The next block is say something. Okay, for example, hello for this many seconds. This block displays a speech bubble. This is a very important point over here. A speech bubble. This block displays a speech bubble. What does it display? It displays a speech bubble. This block displays a speech bubble with the specified text for the sprite that appears on the screen for the specified time. For example, this will display a speech bubble in which hello will be written for how many? For 2 seconds. Okay. So speech bubble. There is another uh, block that you are going to study, which is similar to this, which is think for 2 seconds. Okay. Now, this block gives the sprite a thought bubble. Okay, not a speech bubble, but a thought bubble. Okay, so this is the difference between these two. Okay, I'll explain this later to you. First, let me show you what this say hello for 2 second bubble looks like. Okay, so suppose this is my sprite. I go to the looks and say hello for 2 seconds. So this block is the say hello for 2 seconds block. So see, if I click on this, see hello is popping up out, and after 2 seconds it is getting disappeared. And as you can see, this bubble that is over here, this bubble is called as the speech bubble. And inside the speech bubble, whatever message we have written over here, that is present. If I change it to hi, okay, and instead of 2, if I make it for 5 seconds, then inside the speech bubble the message has also changed, and now it is will be shown for 5 seconds. Okay, so this is the work of this, and this is the speech bubble that we are talking. Okay, now moving on to the next block. The next block is say hello. Okay, say something, say block. This block displays the sprite with speech bubble. Again, this block will again display the sprite with speech bubble. So if this one is also displaying speech bubble, this one is also displaying speech bubble, what is the difference between these two? The difference is the speech bubble stays until another speech or thought block is activated or the stop sign is pressed. What does this means? That if you use this block, say hello block, okay, and if you click on this, now it is not going to disappear until either you click on this red button, okay, or stop button, or you take another uh, this and click on that, okay. So that is what is going to happen, okay. And if another block appears, then it will show the other message, otherwise it will keep on showing this speech bubble, okay. So how to get rid of it? Just click on this red button, okay. So this is your say hello block. Now you can change the message according to whatever your need is. Moving on to the next block. The next block is think. Think. Now see, this is the say block, this is the think block, okay. Think for 2 seconds. So this block gives the sprite a thought bubble, okay. It gives the sprite a thought bubble. This one gives the speech bubble, okay, with the specified text which stays for the specified time. So let us see how this looks like. See this one, okay. So as you can see, this bubble is a different bubble, okay. So let me change the timing, suppose 10 seconds. So as you can see, this bubble is a different bubble than the speech speech bubble, okay. This bubble is called as the thought bubble, okay. So you can change the message. Instead of you can type anything, okay. Suppose bye, okay. So that message will be displayed inside this thought bubble. Moving on to the next block. The next block is think. Again, think block is there, and the space for your message is there. This block gives the sprite again a thought bubble, but with a specified text. The thought bubble stays until the speech or the thought block, okay, with its text block empty is sorry, until the speech or the thought block is uh, activated or the stop sign is pressed. So this will keep showing you the message until you press this button, okay. Let me show you, okay. So this thought bubble is going to be shown to you until and unless you press on this red button or it encounters another speech block, okay. So now it is showing you say hello, okay. So this will keep on showing you the message until you either press this button or you take another block and another block gets activated. Okay, so these are some of the blocks. Now let's talk about some other blocks in our looks category. Now this block is the change color effect by 25 value. Okay, what does this block do? This block changes the specified effect on the sprite by specified amount. Okay, so there are certain effects that are going to be changed. How many effects are there? There are 7 different effects to choose from. The first one is color. So you can change the color effect of your sprite by the specified margin or the amount. Then fish eye effect is there, whirl effect is there, pixelate effect is there, mosaic effect is there, brightness effect can be changed, and ghost effect. So these are the 7 effects that can be changed with the help of this particular block. Okay, so let me quickly show it to you. Change color effect. Okay, now see, the first effect is the color effect. Now you need to pay attention to your sprite. I'll just make the size of this sprite a little bigger. Okay, now see students, change color effect by 25. Okay, now see, you have this 7 options: color effect, fisheye effect, whirl effect, pixelate effect, mosaic effect, brightness effect, and ghost effect. So let's start with what does the color effect mean. Notice the color of the sprite right now. Once I click on this, the color of this sprite is going to change. See, I've clicked it, its color changed, right? Now if I again click on this, its color will change from this also. See, little bit it changed because the value specified over here is 25. If you increase the value to 50, then more effects are going to, more color is going to change. See, from green it went to blue. Okay, from blue it went to this purplish or pinkish purple. Okay, then again it came back to the original color. Okay, so the amount of value you specify over here, that much the color effect is going to change. Now the next one, oh sorry, see, as many times you click on this, that effect is going to come. And next is the fisheye effect. Okay, what is fish eye? Okay, fish eye effect will create a, this type of effect. See this type of effect. This effect, change in effect, is called as the fish eye. Okay, this is how the fishes see. Okay, so this effect is called fish eye. Moving on, it is going to keep on changing. Okay, now if you want to, you know just remove this all this effect, you need to use this uh, clear graphic effects tab. Okay, if you use this clear graphic effects, then all the graphic effects that have been changed by this block will revert back to the original. Okay, then moving on to the whirl effect. Effect is going to give a whirl around this. See, the sprite is changing, right? The number of times I click, the more whirly it gets. Okay, like a washing machine distorts our clothes. That kind of effect it is showing, a whirl effect. Okay, now to remove all the graphic effects, I'll just use clear graphic effects and my sprite will come back. Okay, now moving on to the next one, the pixelate effect. Pixelate effect will make pixels appear on the sprite. See see it has become little unclear. This type of effect is called as pixelated effect. If I click on more, it will get more pixelated, and so on. These are the color pixels. Okay, these are the color pixels, and it is getting pixelated. Okay, if you want to again clear the effects, click on this. Now the next effect is the mosaic effect. The mosaic effect means small for, versions of this sprite are going to be shown to you. See, small versions of the sprite. Once I clicked, it showed me this much. If I click once more number of sprites, but in small sizes are going to show. See, if I keep on clicking it, see, it is going to keep on increasing. Okay, so this is the mosaic effect. So I'm just going to clear the graphics, and the next one is the brightness. So if I choose this, the brightness of the sprite will change. See, the brightness on the sprite has changed. If I keep on clicking, the brightness will increase, and a time will come when the brightness will become same as the background brightness and it will disappear. Okay, to clear all the graphic effects, again I'm using clear graphic effects, this block. Now the next and the last one is ghost effect. Ghost effect just gives a ghost like effect to the sprite. Okay, and at the end again, if you keep on using this effect, the sprite will disappear. So if I click on this, the see, the sprite has become a little transparent. Can you see that? The sprite has become transparent. Okay, if I click more, again it has become more transparent. You can see this has become transparent. Now if I keep on clicking it, a point will come where the sprite will disappear. Okay, if I click on clear graphic effects, the sprite is all the effects are removed. So these are the 7 different effects that you can change with the help of change the the following effect by this much value, specified value. Okay, The next block is the set color effect to this. Okay, this block changes the color and other graphical effects applied to the on the sprite by a specified value. Okay, so what is going to change? Color and graphical effects. So let us choose this one. Okay, change color effect to 0. Change color. Let me, yeah, this one. Okay, this tab. Okay, now see it has, just give me a second. Set, okay, set color effect. The next is set color effect. Okay, set color effect to 0. This block. Okay, so set color effect again. This was change. So if you want to change uh, and keep it as something, then keep it to some value and keep on changing whenever you press this, then you use this particular uh, block. But if you use set color effect, this block changes the color effect and graphical effects applied, and then it sets to it only. Okay, it sets on this. So the same 7 effects, but now you need to specify a value over here. Suppose if I specify 50. Okay, suppose I specify 50, and if I want to change the color of this sprite, so I'll click on this, and now this color is set to it. Okay, now it is not going to change no matter how much I click. Okay, no matter how much I click on this tab. See, I'm continuously clicking, but it has changed its color to 50 value. Now if I want to change, I have to change the value. Okay, so I have changed to 75, and now I am clicking. Now it has turned to blue. So it depends on the value. Whatever value you give over here, according to that value, the color is going to change, and the other effects also. Okay, so it is going to set to a particular value. It is going to change only once, and it is that then it is going to remain to that value only. If you want to change, you need to change the value over here. Okay, so moving on to the next tab. The next block is the clear graphics effects. I've already shown you what does this particular block do. This block resets all the graphic effects on the sprite to their default value, that is 0. Okay, so if I use this, the color of the sprite has been changed. So if I so graphic effects have been changed on this sprite. So if you want to clear all the graphic effects to 0 value, then click on this once, and the sprite's color and all the graphic effects will come back to normal. Okay, the next block is change size by 10. Change size by 10 value. Okay, now this block changes the sprite size by the specified amount. Okay, the default sprite size is 100. Okay, right now you know that I had increased the size of this sprite. Okay, so let me bring the sprite size back to normal. Okay, suppose this. Okay, I have brought this sprite size to this normal value. Okay, now change size by 10. If I click on this, it will increase the size of the sprite by 10 value. Okay, if I again click on this, it will again change the size of the sprite from the previous to uh, by plus 10. And if I keep on clicking it, it will keep on increasing the size of the sprite. See, if I'm keeping on clicking this, and the size of the sprite is increasing. If you want to decrease the size of the sprite with the help of this change size, then what you should do, you should just add a negative value or add a minus over here. So it will decrease the value, the size of the sprite, and keep on clicking this. Okay, so it changes the size of the sprite by the specified value, whatever value you specify. Then next is set size to the specified amount. This block sets the sprite to the specified amount. Okay, the default sprite size is 100%. Any lower value then this 100% will decrease the size of the sprite on the stage, and any value above uh, the 100% will increase the size of the sprite on the stage. So let me show it to you. So uh, set sprite to set size to this percentage. So the default size, as you know, is 100%. Okay, so if I click on this, see, this is the default size of the sprite. Okay, default size of the sprite is this. So if I make it to 200%, what will happen? The size of the sprite will just double from whatever this size is. See, okay, so as you can see, the size of the sprite has doubled from the previous value, and it is set to 200%. If I make it to 150%, then it will get little bit decreased. Okay, see, okay, so now you keep on clicking, nothing will happen because it has set the size to 150%. Okay, so this is how you can set a particular size. The default size is 100%. Okay, now the next block is the show block and the hide block. Now these two blocks, students, are, opposite of each other, show and hide. Show block, what does it do? This block is used to display the sprite if it is hidden. Okay, now you can hide the sprite. Okay, you can hide the sprite using the hide block. If you click on this, the sprite is there in the sprite list, but it is hidden from the stage. You cannot see it. But if you bring the show block and click on your show block, then your sprite comes back. Okay, and what is the purpose of hide block? The hide block is used to, if the sprite is shown, this block will hide the sprite. So this block is used to hide the sprite. This block is used to show the sprite on the stage. That's it. So these are the different blocks that you need to study. That much you need to study in the looks block. Now there is a small activity, small project given over here that we need to do. Okay, so let's do this small project. What they are saying, start a new project and delete the default cat sprite. So already I have a new project. I'll just delete the default cat sprite. Right click on it and delete it. So the cat sprite has been deleted. Okay, let me delete this backdrop also. Okay, now I have deleted the cat sprite. Okay, now what they are saying, add the butterfly one sprite from the sprite library. So you know how to add a butterfly sprite. Just click on this, choose sprite from library and search for the butterfly sprite. Okay, where's the butterfly sprite? Okay, butterfly one sprite. Okay, this sprite, butterfly one. Click on this, click on OK. So the butterfly one sprite has been added. Now moving on to the next. Select the scripts tab and add the given code in the scripts area. Okay, so we have to add this code, move 10 steps, change color effect by 25, and next costume. Okay, so let us do that. First we need to go to the motion block, then move 10 step block, then the next is change color effect by 25. So you know that change color effect by 25 is in the looks block. So change color effect, okay, this one, and then the next costume. Okay, then next costume tab. So next costume block is over here. So we have done whatever they have asked us to do. Now click on any of the blocks to run the project and observe the sprite changing its costume and color by clicking on the blocks repeatedly. So what we need to do, we need to click on any of these three blocks repeatedly. Okay, so I'm going to click on this block. See what is happening. It is creating an effect of this butterfly flying away, and it is constantly changing its color, and it is moving 10 steps, and it is also changing its costume. Why? Because it has two costumes. One is this costume and another one is this costume. So it is creating an effect of the butterfly flying, okay, and changing its color also. Okay, so there are three things happening. Every time I click on this, the sprite moves 10 steps, it changes the color effect by 25, and it also changes its costume. Okay, so this was a short activity that you need to do in the looks block. In the next uh, this topic, we are going to study working with multiple sprites. Okay, so I hope you are going to practice this activity on your own. Okay, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me later on. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself and be well.